Hey everybody, it is Ryan with Forgotten Resales. I'm at my local Goodwill bins in Asheville, North Carolina. We're checking out, just giving you an idea of what we have. I'm sorry the video is so close. I'm still working with an iPhone and I'm trying to do my best not to get anybody's faces out of respect. This first round, didn't really find anything crazy. Found a torso-less guy, leapster, not really worth anything. I like to kind of dig down into the bottom because there's always something that's missed. This store is pretty crazy when the new bins come out, but there's still so much good stuff that's left behind. There was a lot of the Cars movies and all these bins. I was really, someone, childhood got donated, obviously. They were all pretty wore out. Nothing that was really worth anything. Again, we're just kind of going over, what most of these had. I'll show a few of my finds here shortly. I did leave with 2 bags, grocery style bags of miscellaneous electronics and hard goods for about $16 out the door. Checking out some different tags. This was kind of a neat, if it wasn't so dirty, How to Train Your Dragon pillow. I like to look at the hat, see how much wear is in there, what brand made it, or if it's made in USA. I've got at least 200 or 300 hats at this point at the house to resale that I haven't really listed. I shouldn't be looking at hats, but I do. I think I picked those tapes up because sometimes when you bundle them together, I mean, those things are so cheap because they're considered to be electronics. So at 50 cents a pound, they're only 10 or 15 cents. And those tapes, when they bundle up, can bring some money. Some sort of golf land thing. I don't remember what that was. Sorry I'm not talking too much on this. I forgot how little I found in these early ones. I think it was right around here where a girl with her service dog bumped into me. And then that was a real nasty hat. And then somebody was looking at these little finch things that I just handed over. Not really my style. I think I was checking out a couple flashlights, some sandals. Just seeing what brand that was. Yeah, nope. Nope, I'll find it in a second. Or not, okay. I must have, oh, there we go. That was kind of a cool older lantern, and it still took the old style, those giant batteries that are super expensive, so it wasn't really worth picking up. Those tracks, if there was enough tracks, they might be worth something. Those Converses really weren't. An old iRobot. I mean, honestly, the bins, the best stuff does get picked up real quick, but there is still miscellaneous good stuff. I'd pick up all these cords for my work because we use Ethernet cords a lot. And I mean, at 50 cents a pound, I didn't really recognize that backpack. It wasn't in great shape. I always pick up anything that's Nerf small accessory related. I won't pick up the guns anymore because they're too heavy. I find some pretty. I think it's this next bin. Find a pretty neat little. Not the drills. The next item. I do look at the drill sometimes. If there is a charger with it, I'll test it. Because again, you're paying 50 cents a pound for weight. I thought that was kind of a neat hat. I'm pretty certain I picked that one up. Yeah. Looks like I'm putting it in my bag. It has a newer light bright. Again, nothing too special. Some ankle weights. And then I pick up this 50s or 60s volt ohm meter. It is pretty wore out, but it still looks super cool. I'm going to be gifting that to a buddy of mine that makes lamps. I think he can make a super cool lamp out of it. Another thing I did find, and it's not in the video, I thought the octopus was kind of funny. I found a huge Star Wars wall hang thing, kind of like that, almost like a tablecloth, but it's not. It's one of the ones you hang on the wall. I was hoping it was a shower curtain. I think it would be funny to have hung that up. And there's so much Christmas stuff. We are at the beginning of February in this video, so obviously there's been huge amounts of Christmas donations. I was considering getting some of these notebooks, but honestly, at $1.50 a pound, really wasn't worth it. A lot of times you'll see me do a quick glance at stuff, pick it up, drop it real quick. You gotta move pretty quick on this stuff. Excuse me on there. I don't even know what that is. That is it's freaking weird, man. Old boombox. I think it was a Emerson. I grabbed that little switch thing because I like adding switches. And then that weighs basically nothing, like an ounce. It maybe 15-20 cents for that thing. I don't know how much it would sell for, but I found that there were a couple swing lines. They just really weren't worth picking up with the weight. There's not too much. Yeah, I wish the shell hat wasn't so dirty. It would have been a good pickup. And a lot of fuel branded stuff is. I work in that industry too, and those hats, when they're cleaned up, are worth they're not that dirty. They're worth a little bit. Cool old easy bake oven. Yeah, I didn't give it much time. It wasn't a vintage one. It was a remake. That being said, I should have grabbed that fan. I was needing a small fan, and I didn't think about it while I was there. Going back over a few things. This one. Yeah, some worthless Thai Beanie Babies. That was actually $1 million Beanie Baby I had in my hand. It's amazing how much broken stuff is just should have been thrown away that still circulates through. It takes a little bit of time. I always grab any wee accessories like that. Anything video game related, even if it looks half broken, is worth grabbing at the bins. Again, 49 cents a pound on all electronics. Most most of that stuff doesn't even weigh half a pound. So even if you bundle in a bunch of broken controllers, you'll make your money back. I'm kind of just going back over the ones I looked at. Some of the ones I looked at that weren't on video. Again, I was trying to respect people's and their space. Try not to record too many, different people. I've had to cut parts of this video out. I think, no, I didn't grab that because that's a newer Made in China one. I also didn't record when they brought out a set of bins and how crazy it is. Part of it's confidence. I just don't feel like being in people's space like that. These boots would have been good. If the other one was there, I would have probably picked those up just because it's always good to have a spare set of boots on hand. I do enough stuff out in my yard when it gets muddy, and you can really do a good job cleaning up, some shoes and sanitizing them. I thought this was cool. It's from the 60s. It's in terrible shape. It's just atrocious, and it definitely didn't work. So it wasn't worth picking up, but I thought, all right, y'all, these are the prices for our local Goodwill. And I appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe, share for more content.